Episode 127. This is the one. This is the one you guys were waiting on. So I put out a teaser out there for those of you that didn't see it. Sometimes I do little previews for upcoming podcast episodes, and this one was like a slightly controversial one. We talked about religion and a little bit about my experience in the church, and I put like a 2-minute clip up. It generated a lot of interest and a lot of response. I had a lot of personal DMs of other men saying that they had very similar experiences with their churches or previous churches. Some people left the church altogether because of an experience like mine, and others switched different churches or just talked to Christians. And I don't know, this was a pretty fun, deep podcast. And we don't just talk about Christianity or religion or churches. We also have a lot of fun. This was a good episode. I really, really hit it off with Wesley and Carissa of Grace Grind. You can follow them at graceandgrind.co and just Grace and Grind Co. everywhere. They're all about mental health and self-care. They have been married for, I can't remember what they said, 10 or 11 years or something like that, and almost got divorced and realized they needed to work on their self-care so they could work on their marriage and their relationship. And it's really blown into this passion of theirs of just getting the word out there of how important self-care is and how important your mental health is and how important it is to yourself so that you can take care of yourself so that you can also take care of others and your relationships. And when you watch or look at their Instagram, it's super positive, it's super bright, and they have a podcast, the Grace and Grind. What was it? Grace and Grind podcast? Graceandgrind.co. Wow, guys, I'm so sorry. I can't remember. I subscribe to. I even listened to it. I think it's just Grace and Grind. Yeah, Grace and Grind podcast. It's really, really good. Guys, I started listening to it to kind of do a little bit of research on who they were before I had them on the show. And the reason why I wanted them on was they were nominated for Best Local Podcast for the Pitch Awards this year's. Oh, I got to sneeze. Woo! Woo! Excuse me. Wow. I told you guys I'm unedited. That's a real live sneeze. But they were nominated for Best Local Podcast this year as well. And I'm wanting to have all those people on here and just, let's all tell each other about each other's podcasts. I hope you guys like them. And I really, really highly encourage you guys to check out their podcast, check out their Instagram, check out their webpage. Just, you guys are going to fall in love with them. I promise. You're going to leave me for them. And that's okay. I want you to. So without any further ado, Wesley and Carissa of graceandgrind.co.
Welcome to the Inner Talk Podcast. No topic is off limits. Now here's your host, my daddy, and Boy the Soul. Thank you for coming to the Inner Podcast. Boom, swat, boom.
Starting 3, 2, 1, boom. Grace and Grind. Here we go. We're starting. Tell me about yourselves. Want to introduce yourself real quick? Why do I have you here?
Well,
Sure.
First of all, thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Appreciate the invite.
Yeah. So I'm Carissa,
I'm Wesley.
and we are Grace and Grind. So in a nutshell, Grace and Grind is a digital health and wellness publication. Our whole goal is to help enrich, enhance, and empower lives by putting self-care at the forefront. We started off as a podcast. We still are a podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, our whole goal is just to help people keep their cups full.
Yep. Self-care. Yep. And she said it all. So, yeah, I mean, you pretty much filled everything in. So,
Yeah.
A little elevator speech.
yeah.
It's you have a super positive Instagram. Like just when you go on there, it's super happy.
Oh, thank
Like
you.
it's super positive, and the colors are bright and just
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
super like professional
Thank
looking.
you.
Like I'm just like whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Appreciate it. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
Does that take a lot of work?
Yes, it
Yeah,
does. It
Constantly.
does. Yeah.
Yep.
My background is actually in media and digital marketing. So doing the social media and the website and whatnot, that's kind of my area.
Yep, it is. Yeah, I'm a teacher. I'm the one that like work with people and Yeah, that's kind of what I do.
Oh, okay. What do you
Yeah.
teach?
I teach 6th grade social studies.
Oh, cool.
Yep, and I coach and all that type of stuff.
Okay, what do you coach?
Football, basketball, wrestling.
Do it all? Wrestling?
Yeah,
Nice.
Yep.
I wish I would have gotten into wrestling. The wrestling coach recruited me in middle school, like probably 6th or 7th grade. But I just played basketball. There was at that age. It's such a weird age for boys.
Yeah.
With just the hormones and
Yeah.
school and just you want to fit in and just it's just awkward.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if it's any different. And I can't imagine it's any different now. But this, early early 90s, and it's like almost homophobic. Back then, it was you threw those. I'm not gonna roll around with dudes, and
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
playing basketball.
Yeah, it's still the same.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's still the same today.
I figured.
Yeah, you have to really recruit
Right.
to get wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it easier now with like MMA and UFC type thing? Because they look at like the big guy now is like Nurmagomedov or something. Is that his name? There's some Russian cat that's like a really good wrestler and just beats everybody. Habib Nurmagomedov. Yeah, whatever.
Well, I know I work in the inner city. So like with the kids there, it's like the ticket to get out the hood is NBA, NFL. So that's kind of what they lean to. So I don't even think a lot of my kids is even familiar with MMA.
Really?
Yeah. I don't even think they watch it. That'd be something I have to teach them about.
I think it would be huge.
Yeah.
I bet you that would go over great. Like if I would have gotten at that age, saw dudes beating each other up and getting paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you have to do is learn wrestling. Like wrestling's one of the best bases you can get for any martial art.
Yep.
And then you tell them and ingrain that. And it's the reason why I wish I would have done it is because of the discipline that comes with wrestling.
Yeah.
Like I knew friends in high school that were wrestlers, and they were just super disciplined and like just hard people. Like,
yeah, wrestling, you have to be disciplined because you got to be in shape. If you're not in shape, you will lose. So, yeah, I can see that very, very well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got off a tangent on your whole Grace and Grind, but I just want to talk wrestling real quick.
Nah, you good.
But yeah, it's super positive, your Instagram, and like I said, it even helped me today. Just and then listening to your podcast today, I needed to get some last minute familiarity with you guys, and it was like, it put me at ease, and like I'm gonna go back and like listen to a bunch more of your guys' episodes.
Well, thank you.
I appreciate it, man.
That's so
Thank
sweet.
you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Just start with episode 7 because I'm the
Here she go.
perfectionist.
Here she go.
I'm a super perfectionist. And honestly, I think it's because like when I first started, out of college and whatnot, I started off in radio. So I was really like hard on us in those first few episodes.
Yeah.
And I think, by episode 7, we really kind of found our niche and got a footing on things.
Yeah.
And it's what made you want to start like a wellness self-care. Like it's so few people think about that. I mean, it's getting more and more to the forefront of society, I feel, these days, but it's still struggling to get up there in everybody's minds and repertoires. What made you guys want to, how do you get
Start
there?
it? Yeah. Our story is really interesting. So this March, we'll be married for 10 years.
Yeah.
And
you want to hear today? No. Today would have been my 12th year anniversary. I think.
Wow.
Something like that.
Yeah. So it would be 10 years for us in March. But like most couples, we have our ups and downs, and I think we got married relatively young. I was 25 and he was 28.
Yeah.
And we actually found ourselves on the verge of divorce. And one of the things that we believed in is that
At what year?
it was year 7.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
Year 7.
Everybody. That 7-year itch.
That 7-year itch is a real thing.
It really
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
It started at year 5 and then just kind of progressed. And by year
Yeah.
7, it was like, all right, bro, look.
Yeah.
We're either going to
Yeah.
get healthy or get happy, but we have to get healthy.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
we started counseling and whatnot. And one of the biggest things that we discovered in that was that neither one of us had a healthy relationship with self-care. I'm very much me, mine, I, individuality. And he is like us, ours, we, togetherness.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
had to find that balance.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, because I know when you taking care of, when it's just we, us, I found myself at 317 pounds. Just literally
Whoa.
not. Yeah, I lost.
Whoa,
I lost
for
like
folks,
100
most
pounds.
people listen to this. Not many people watch. What do you know, like 220 or something? I mean, you
230. Yeah.
You look
230.
great. I
Thank
would
you,
never.
man. Appreciate
Whoa,
it.
no way.
Yeah. Yep. So I was at 317. I think that was just a manifestation of me not taking care of myself at all.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So
Damn.
self-care was definitely a focus that we needed to put. And it's funny because that's what actually saved our marriage. Self-care.
Yep.
Yep. And
Which
Grace
is what
Grind.
episode 7 is about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, he lost a ton of weight. I became a certified health coach. And we were just like, yo, we've learned so much good stuff and we need to share this with people. We believe that, you know, just in the whole concept of marriage and just how you're taught to do things, no one's really talking about the role of self-care in a marriage. So we were like, we're going to start a podcast and start talking about this stuff. And that's how Grace and Grind was born.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. But what was the catalyst that was like, damn, I'm fat. I gotta lose this. Was there like
That's
a
good
point?
question.
Like,
no,
was
it
there?
was. You know, it's
No, because I've never been super big, but I've gotten
Right.
times where I sit down and I'm like, oh, I got a little roll there. Like I can't go there. I can't.
Right.
So I used to. It's funny because I used to run the Boys and Girls Club right down the street from here
Oh, cool.
in Independence, and basically my son one day he was just like, "You're fat, Daddy. Like you need to lose some weight."
How old
And
is he? Where
He's
was he when
9
he said
now.
that?
So
Okay.
3 years ago,
You
he
got
was
6
like
when he
6.
said-
Yep. And you know, it's like one of those things where it's
Dang.
like, it's kind of disrespectful, but no, it's truth to it.
Yeah.
And then like when he said that, it just kind of stuck. And then I looked in the mirror because I used to like, you know, manipulate, kind of tuck his
Yeah.
stomach in and stuff. Everybody see like, boy, you getting real big. I didn't see it, but when my son said that, I looked in the mirror and was like, nah, this ain't what it is. You're fat. I don't like what I see in the mirror.
Right.
So I just started making changes. I watched what I ate, start working out every day.
Yeah.
And then a year later, I was down 100 pounds.
Dang.
Yeah.
That must feel amazing.
Yeah, it did. You know, and it's interesting because I was wearing like a 48 waist. Now I'm at like a 38, 36. I was wearing a 3X shirt, and that 3X was getting real tight.
Really?
Yeah, it was getting real tight. Now, like this sweater right here is a large, and I want to lose another 80 pounds. So like, yeah.
You're gonna keep going?
Yeah.
What's your goal? What's your
My
target?
goal, I want to get down to between 150, 180.
Not 150. Don't be 150. Don't
Yeah.
go from a bowling ball to a bowling pin. I mean, that's
I might do 180. When I get to 180,
180.
I'm gonna see where I'm
How
at.
tall are you?
About 5'8".
Okay.
On a good day. On a good day.
Yeah.
Some doctors say 5'8", some doctors say 5'9". When I played football, it was 5'10". I mean, you know, it's just, you know.
And never listen to a man when he tells you about anything size-wise. It's always, you know, I mean.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be a stick.
No, nah. And my wife tends to say I have a big head. And, you know, one thing you can't lose weight with is your head. So
Yeah, sure you can.
you can lose
A
weight.
little bit. Yeah, a little bit. When you get bigger, your face gets bigger.
That's true. That's true.
Well,
Yeah, you're gonna lose. You're
Yeah,
gonna lose a
right
little bit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I get to,
Shave the beard, you lose even more.
I like the beard though.
Oh, I love the beard. I'm a beard guy. I'm a beard
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, I would have been interested to see your beard when it was.
I just randomly, I didn't have a plan or goal. Just one day I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spent
yeah.
9 months. I was like a baby. I had 9 months. It was not, well, no, I don't have a, I mean.
Well,
I-
no,
I-
the beard was.
yeah, the beard was a baby. I started
Yeah.
it right when the quarantine first started,
Yeah.
like March-ish, and then late December, shaved the baby off.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you shave it off yourself or did you go to a barber shop?
I shaved it off myself.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
got clippers. I mean, I just went just straight, you know, take it off.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know when quarantine started, like we couldn't go to the barber shop. We did a real funny like social
Oh,
media
gosh.
live
Yeah.
because she wanted to attempt to cut my hair, but we couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
He wouldn't let me do it.
Nope. Not
And the
absolutely.
people wanted it. They wanted it. Because I'm the type of person, I believe there's nothing that I can't do. If I put my mind to it,
Well.
I can do it.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me cut your hair.
And I was like,
do
no,
it.
no. It's just some things that just people can't do. And a man's hair, like I can't go bald right now. I gotta
Yeah.
It's dangerous to go bald at I don't know how old you are. You're 35?
38.
38?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So at that age, you're probably scared to shave it off because you don't know if it's going to come back, right?
But you know what? When I know my hair probably, I'm not shaving that off.
Right.
Because it probably won't come back. But my beard, I've shaved it off a couple
Oh,
of
no,
times.
the beard's coming back.
Yeah, but
You'll
the
always have
head,
the beard.
my
That's what I'm
beard,
saying. That's why you don't
nah.
want to let her mess with it because if she messes it up, then you got to chop it all off, and it might not come
Nah.
back.
That'd be devastating.
Yeah.
That
I'll
would
be
be
walking around
devastating.
looking like
I don't even know.
big-headed Michael Jordan. Nah, my face too big for that.
I don't even know.
Nah, I'm keeping my hair as long as I
Yes.
Right now, you kind of look like a smaller version of Jerome Bettis.
can. Oh, okay. I ain't heard that one. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
a good one.
Huh? What is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
I don't know who Kendrick Perkins is.
Yeah, he played basketball. I got compared to Sue Surf. Then I just heard Jerome Bettis. Yeah, so you know what Sue Surf is?
No.
He's a battle rapper. So,
All right.
yeah. And one time we was at City Market, dude like took a picture with me because he thought I was
Oh,
Sue
wow.
Surf.
That was
So,
hilarious.
Nice.
yeah, but yeah, well thanks, man. I'm like Jerome Bettis, I see that.
I like that.
I'm pretty sure you do.
Go with it, man. Go with it. Go get yourself a Steelers jersey tonight. Wear it tonight, you know.
Yep.
Have fun with it.
Right.
You know.
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so one of the reasons, I guess the biggest reason I reached out to you guys was we all got nominated for Best Local Podcast this year for The Pitch.
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
How cool is that?
It was so
Yeah, that was real
neat.
cool. Yeah.
Especially with us, like, it was, our first season,
Yeah.
We really didn't know what we were doing, and we were like, we're just going to put it out there and see what happens. So, yeah.
When everybody got announced, I thought it was either going to be, I said you guys were probably going to win because of your Instagram number. I was like, oh, they got 10,000 followers. They're going to win. Like, you can just get all them to vote for you.
Right.
But I was like, I think who's really going to win is the KC Morning Show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's two professionals. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
they're pros.
It is
Yeah.
perfect.
They're on the professional radio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they have that perfectly SEO name. Like, if you're looking for a morning show to listen to in Kansas City, you're going to type in Kansas City morning shows.
Yeah.
And they're going to come right
They'll
up.
come up. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. But I'm glad. I mean, congrats to you guys for being
Yes.
nominated. And congrats to them for winning,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we celebrate everybody. So
Oh, I thought it was, it's awesome to get nominated. It's fun. I reached out to everybody that got nominated. So far, you guys are the only ones that have been like actual serious, like corresponding more than just a couple and setting it up. A couple of them was like,
Really?
oh, let me talk to some of the guys.
Oh, my
And
God.
I haven't heard back from them. So, but that was kind of like December and stuff. So it's
Yeah.
a busy, crazy month. I'm going to reach back out to, because I'd love to get all the people who got nominated. Just
Yes.
yeah.
So I've been doing the podcast for almost 3 years now, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been saying from the beginning, like, I think we should all come together when we can as Kansas City podcasts
Yes.
Yeah.
to help. Because one of my favorite sayings is, the tide raises all ships.
Yeah.
And as podcasters, we're always looking for more listeners.
Right.
Always.
Yeah.
And who's the best person to find as a listener is another podcast listener.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's good.
So if we just all came together and got to know each other,
That
and
would
if
be
we all vibe well, just
amazing.
kind of, hey, let's promote each other and help just keep a positive
Yeah.
thing going. Like, let's all promote each other. Let's
love
let's
that.
Kansas City, put Kansas City on the map.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
All
a
around.
great
And we got
idea.
so many. We got food podcasts. We got health and wellness
Mm-hmm.
podcasts. We got ghost hunting podcasts. We
Wow,
got
we
we got
do?
my
Check
Wow.
that out.
ridiculous thing going on. I mean, we got professional like the KC Morning Show. I mean, we got
Right.
everything. Something for everywhere. We got if you like talking about hip hop fashion. If you like talking about hip hop. I mean, it's just all kinds of great stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really good idea, like a Kansas City Podcast Association or something.
Oh shit! There we go.
That'd
yeah.
be dope.
That'd be real good.
That'd be dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah. Why not?
There was a face group Facebook group.
Yeah.
There was like a some kind of podcasters thing. I guess like once a month they would get together and like have some kind of meeting, but I don't think they do that anymore.
Huh.
Oh, especially now with COVID. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
You guys ever forget that COVID's going on sometimes?
You know what? Yes and no. I think that for me, because we're in health and wellness, it's like always right there. But yeah, I think at the same time, like we have 2 kids, so like just thinking about going out and whatnot, when you just get in the groove of day-to-day life, it's like, oh yeah, crap, wait a second. We probably should check and see what that events or what that place's policies are on things before we go.
Right. And then with me coaching, like actually having a season, I'm always reminded because masks, no spectators, and hand sanitizer. And then if a kid doing the test with the athletes every day with the thermometer. So I think from both of those standpoints,
That's
COVID's like right here.
COVID's going on. So what are you coaching right now? What's going on right now?
Basketball.
And there's nobody watching the games?
So it depends where you go.
Okay.
So like you in the inner city, there's no spectators. We just play Oak Grove. And I work at Hogan Prep Middle School, so shout out to the Rams. We play Higginsville next week. Higginsville, you can have spectators. So it's just like wear a mask.
The more rural you get, the more.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. But if you're in the inner city, they like, nah.
Right.
Yeah, they're not playing games.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yep, so.
It's weird. All right. It's got to be weird playing with no crowd.
Well, you know
I
what?
mean, it's kind of cool. I mean, I guess how big of a crowd is really going to a 6th grade game other than the parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it depends where you go. So, like, if you go to a rural town, like I was the football coach too, so it was real different doing football.
All right.
With COVID. But if you go to a town where that's like the only thing they have, then yes. I mean, a middle school game could have a good 100, 200, 300 people there.
Well, yeah, I guess I play. Yeah, wow. Now that I think about it, I went to middle school. I was a military brat, so I've moved around a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to, I don't know, 9th, 8th, 9th. What's late middle school? 7th grade, 8th grade? 8th grade. So like 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, I was in South Dakota. And so that's pretty rural.
Yeah.
And I played basketball there, and we'd go to like crazy rural towns, and they would have like the championships, like middle school championships. Who really cares about that? The gym would be packed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Packed.
Yeah.
I mean, and then like excited, like a KU game, like when there's a big, if there's a buzzer beater, everyone's jumping up. Whoa, like the place erupted. It was crazy.
Yep.
That's got to be super encouraging at that age.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, because I know even with the middle school I'm at now, without COVID, we had middle school championships, and they hype it up. It's big, and
Is it still big? Is it big?
Yeah, it's big here because our middle school became second place the year before. Then we won it last year, so it was about 500-600 people there. And
wow,
yeah, and they ran out the biggest gym in Kansas City, and they let them play there, Final Four, and so it's still pretty
nice.
huge. Yeah.
Well, I did notice. That you guys ended it in August. You guys just taking a break with your podcast?
Yeah. So the plan.
Bad question.
No. The plan was to keep going, and then we just couldn't figure out what we wanted to do, and we just got busy, and especially with school starting back up and figuring out how school looked for him as a teacher and for our kids. So we were like, okay, we're just going to call it a wrap, and we're just going to start fresh with season 2, which comes out on February 12th.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
This is my season 2. This is going to be episode 2 on season 2 for me.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah.
Because I've been going hard for, like I said, almost 3 years now with like no real breaks. And because I've been going through some personal issues lately, and I was just like, I just got to take some time off and reset. Because it's a lot of work doing these podcasts.
It is. Yeah. It is.
Especially when you're doing like guests, like trying to invite guests and get them all scheduled and all that stuff. I was like, I just need to
absolutely
take a breath.
Yeah, we feel you on that.
Yep.
So our season 2 is going to run from February through November.
Okay, cool.
And then we're like, okay, now we can enter like a little Sabbath space and take a break after that.
Sabbath space.
Yeah.
I like your word.
Isn't that
it's
cool?
Very
Sabbath
intentional.
space?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sabbath space. It just
I
sounds
like
so
that.
relaxing.
You guys are so fun. Like that's
Oh,
what's so
thank you.
fun about listening to you guys' podcast. Like I'm divorced
Yeah.
and happily divorced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I look at you guys, I'm like, wow, that's possible? Like you guys look, I mean, know it's always,
Thank
people
you.
always,
Yeah.
portray super happiness, but I believe it with you guys. I mean, you guys
Yeah.
couldn't possibly be happily married this long and having that much fun on a podcast together. Like, it wouldn't work.
That's real.
No,
That's
it wouldn't
very
work.
and it's authentic. You know, one thing that I believe, and as I was going through my self-care journey, is you can't fake energy.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we come in here faking,
Can't
you'll
fake
be
the
able
funk.
to tell. Nah, you
Right.
can't. So, I think that we're a real couple.
Mhm.
You know, we're an authentic couple. And we put the work in. And I think as long as you put the work in, that's the goal. And take care of yourself.
Yes.
And have that balance, as she said, the balance of me and the balance of we. That's what makes it works for us.
Yeah. And recognizing that it's not going to be all freaking Disneyland, happily ever after fairy tales. Fairy tales are the worst thing that could have happened to our
Disney?
kids and young girls. Yes. Oh my God. Because it gives this false narrative of what a healthy, happy relationship looks like.
Well, yeah, that's for sure.
Dude.
Yeah.
So, and
And
you know,
it
it's
port-
geared
and
towards
it-
girls.
And it's also kind of portrays, hey, you need a man to rescue you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh,
I
anyway.
ain't trying to save you.
Right.
Nah, mm-mm. And she's dope by herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a
Thank
dope,
you,
phenomenal
babe.
woman. Like, I just want to add to her dopeness. But she's dope by herself.
I can tell.
Aw,
Yeah.
You guys are both dope.
thanks.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, for real. Self-care is a term that's, or a word, whatever. Is it a word or two words? Self-care. Is that a hyphenated word?
It's a hyphenated, right? We can call it a term.
But let's call it, the term self-care is a fairly relative new term.
Yeah.
And it's kind of broad, and I think a lot of people have their own kind of definition, or like
Mhm.
what, like when you guys say self-care, I mean, you were talking about losing weight, but I think it
Mhm.
also requires mental, like, but like,
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like how do you guys describe self-care? Like how do you take care of yourselves? Like
Yeah.
what's, I mean,
You wanna
I know
have
you can go deep. Like, I don't know if you guys,
go first.
I don't know if you know my podcast. Sometimes I can go long. So I mean,
No,
I
that's
don't
fine.
know if you guys got to
That's-
get out of here
no,
at a
we're
certain
good,
time,
we're
but you can
good.
give me the
Nah,
Cliff
you're
Notes
good.
answer, or you can
You
go,
want to take this one, Bishop?
Bishop. Oh Lord.
Bishop takes Queen.
But I'm very big in faith. You know what I'm saying? And for me, self-care is definitely a spiritual thing for me. You know, I think you renew the mind, take care of the mind, and make sure I have disciplines and practices I do every day. You know what I'm saying? To practice my faith, I work out. And just following my faith, that helps me take care of myself mentally, physically, spiritually,
Nice.
and always having that accountability.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
so that's kind of what self-care looks like for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that Bible verse? It's he's the one that'll remember where it is in the Bible. I won't. I can tell you what it says, but I can't tell you where it is.
Yeah.
It's Matthew. I want to say 22.
Oh yeah, Matthew 22, 37, 39. You love the Lord
37,
your God with
39, yeah.
all your heart, soul, and mind. First and greatest commandment. Second, love your neighbor as yourself.
Yeah.
you
So
don't
when
love
the
yourself-
Bible says that, it's like, so just to set it up, right? So basically what happened was the Pharisees, the haters in the Bible,
Mhm.
okay? They're religious folk out here trying to set Jesus up or whatever,
Mhm.
right? So they're trying to trick him up, ask him these questions. And so they asked him, okay, you think you know everything. What's the greatest commandment? And he said, the greatest commandment is to love God. And the second one is like it, which is to love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's what's happened. What I call the cult of American Christianity
Mhm.
has completely twisted that and away from what it really means. There's this narrative in the quote unquote Christian church that puts sacrificial love on this pedestal, and how you have to sacrifice all of you, and that's the greatest thing you can do. And it's like, well, that's not exactly what Jesus is saying here. What he's saying is, in order to love people the way that I've designed and create this community that I've designed, you have to love them as you love yourself, meaning how you love yourself is going to be reflected in how you love everybody else.
Yeah.
And that is where the whole notion and philosophy of self-care starts for us.
Yeah.
Okay. What if you don't love yourself?
You know, that's dope. That's a great question
Yes.
because I went through years of not loving myself.
I did too.
And I think when you don't love yourself, what it is you'll manipulate and you'll love people in a very dysfunctional way.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, cause for example, if I'm not disciplined, then my love would be undisciplined. And what I would do is I'll try to control versus trying to just do life with. So, loving yourself is basically learning to unconditionally love yourself, hold yourself accountable, find discipline for yourself that works for you, and then you can reciprocate that to others.
And I think also too, that's why he says that the first commandment is to love God.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about doing shit. Can I say shit?
Nope. You can't say a fucking thing on this thing, you know? No, don't do it. It's the internet, baby. It's the Wild Wild West. You say whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's not about doing shit in like this super structured, like religious way. It's about developing a relationship with God. And when you recognize that, the God who created this universe, like, loves me and he's looking out for me and all this stuff that I've been through, whether I've been a victim of it or it was a mistake that I made, he still got my back and he wants to see me prosper and succeed and be well. Like that, when you grasp that and you start to believe that changes the game.
Mm-hmm.
That changes the game.
Yeah, I concur.
Yeah.
Yep.
Faith.
Yeah.
Faith is a big part of self-care for you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I guess it could. Are you relaying it mostly to, I guess, the Christian God? I know, like, or just any kind of just whatever you think. I don't. Is that how you guys kind of define it? You guys are biblical, I guess. Like,
so for us, I think we're very open-minded. Like, we don't, discriminate or we don't force what we believe on anybody. But for us, it is the God of the Bible.
Okay, cool.
But we also believe, and I'm pretty sure we'll talk about this in season 2 for Grace and Grind, that the way that the Bible's been taught in America is not the right way. And I also think that's why a lot of people frown upon the Bible. So, like, for example, like, the Bible tells me that I can't judge. I'm supposed to love everybody, regardless of what you believe, who you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to give unconditional love to you. But I'm pretty sure with American Christianity, that's not what you see from most people. So, but for us, it is the God of the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was in church for a while, like pretty much all my marriage.
Yeah.
Like, was, I did that. I can speak Christian.
Right?
Yeah.
You can speak Christianese.
I went to I wasn't. I didn't just go Sunday. I went Sunday. I went to small groups. And,
you did the thing.
I volunteered. I made coffee for people in the morning. I got involved. I was involved. Doing Bible studies, all that stuff. Men's groups, small groups, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just see what happened. For me, you just see it. You see hypocrisy. Yes, we all fall short of the glory of God. Yeah. We all stumble. But then when you just see the people that just live in sin, knowingly and willingly, but are pretending to be like these holier than thou. Like I'm so like I was like,
oh my God.
And then when I went through the divorce, and I see how they pick sides.
Yes.
And to go there, like I remember having these discussions with these Christian men that are saying, when you sin against one person, you sin against all Christians. And if you see your brother sinning, or if you see him stumbling, you go up to him and you help him. You go there, you want to get them. You see them falling away from God.
Yeah.
You want to bring them back, bring them in. You do everything you can.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they saw me struggling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
nothing. They ran to her. Let me tell you something. They ran to her.
Yeah.
All her little groups, they had her back. I didn't have. The only time and I was close with the associate pastor or whatever. I was close with him.
Yeah.
Never really reached out until one day he just randomly reached out. Hey, Ryan, would you like to go grab coffee?
Mm-hmm.
I texted my ex-wife. I said, hey, you didn't happen to text so-and-so, did you?
Yeah.
She goes, yeah, I did. I was like, I thought so.
Right.
He only did it because she asked him to.
It's not genuine.
It's not genuine. And this is like...
I hate that.
Yeah.
I was literally just talking to someone about this very thing the other day, and how in the cult of American Christianity, it's like if there's not a curriculum that's guiding how to do the relationship, we don't know how to really have relationships with each other. We don't know how to do life on life and be there for each other when in situations like that.
Yeah.
Like we went through the same thing. It's like it's BS. And it's sad and it breaks my heart because what's happening is the mistakes of the church are causing people to turn away from God.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
and it's like we have to remember that Glennon Doyle said that. She's one of my favorite authors. But one of the things that she said was that leaving your marriage is not the same thing as leaving God. And even when we get into that Bible verse of, oh, God hates divorce and whatnot, it's like, well, that's very surface level. Let's dig deep. There's a reason why he said that.
Well, he does give reasons to have a divorce.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I mean, he hates it, but he still allows it.
Yes, he totally allows it.
Yeah.
And the reason why he allowed it in that context of that scripture is because the men who were getting divorced were leaving their wives for other women who were pagan or whatever. And that's why
The
Jesus
freaks.
said, yeah, exactly.
The freaks. Yo,
hilarious.
James, did you hear what they're doing down there? Yo,
That's hilarious.
there's a hole in the wall and you can see it all.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we got to break free from this system of how we play church and do church. It's like it's so broken. It's so broken.
Yeah. I get upset when I hear stories like yours because in Romans 2 it says like my name is blasphemy amongst the heathens because of you.
Yeah.
And I'm just like how many other people is going to, and I don't know where you are with your faith, but I know like for me, like how many other people is going to have church hurt, turn away from God because somebody couldn't simply just walk through life with them.
Yeah.
And I just wonder how impactful it would have been when you went through what you went through if those men would have still been genuine, like, you know what, we got you.
Yeah.
Just like how that would have impacted your life from then to now. Because what you hear most of the time is what you're saying.
Yeah.
From people's experience versus, oh yeah, now you can't do nothing for me in my church. And the church was never a building anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
the people.
It's people.
So if we not being the church and showing people what God's love looks like, then I mean, you know, my prayer last year was God expose and close down. So that's kind of where I'm at. Like I'm tired of hearing these stories because God, who wants to love everybody, they like, nah, I'm done with him because these people say they believe in you, and
Yeah.
Yeah. I see what your word is. I see what your what people are. It's your people. It's not your word. It's your people.
Yes.
that's what Gandhi said.
It is. Yeah.
I like y'all Jesus,
It's your
but I
people.
don't like your people.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
It sucks. And I was just probably also at the wrong church. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
no, I guess I wasn't. You know, I talked to all these different dudes, and they act. You know, this is one of these non-denominational churches. You know, they're hip.
Yeah.
They're hip. You know, the pastor wears jeans and sneakers. You know,
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yes.
you know,
They're hip.
they're hip.
Yeah, man.
And then you start going like, you know, bro, when'd you get into Jesus and all that? And it's usually when they're pretty young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
so you don't know, like,
Yes.
bro, like, do you know what it means to party?
Right. Right.
You ever snip cocaine off a stripper's butt?
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like,
That
I'm
is so
wild.
wild.
Do you know what it's like to be wild? And then all of a sudden, you know, all right, it's time to, you're trying to tame.
Yes.
Get tamed down a little bit because that's apparently what you guys need. And, you know, I understand I ain't trying to do that no more. Like,
Right.
I was a young man. I was,
Yeah.
but it's hard to relate with these kinds of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for
Yeah.
people like a sinner, you know,
Right.
who's just, I like to party. I used to like to party hard and whatever, and
Yeah.
not too bad. I mean, that wasn't like a daily thing. It was every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, it's hard to relate with them. Like, they want to act like they're hip and they understand, but then they
Yep.
don't. And then they're just looking. And then you start bringing up things like, have you ever heard of ayahuasca? And like,
Right.
and then you start having
Yeah,
these real,
yeah.
and it's like, oh, it's great. Like you start telling them about ayahuasca, the all about it, or other kinds of different, all kinds of things. And they don't want to hear it. And
Yep.
I don't know. And then I don't know. As soon as they had a chance to not be there for me, they were like, these weird anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I became a believer when I was, it was December 1st of 2009.
Mm-hmm.
So I was 23. It was a couple months before I turned 24. So I totally feel you on that, where it's like, I can't, like, the Bible says you're in the world, but you're not of the world. And it's like, I think sometimes people forget that you're in the world part. So it's like, yeah, there are those of us who didn't believe in this until we were adults.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly think, not to knock people who have this like more quote unquote pure experience, but for me, I feel like that's so beautiful because we believe in what we believe, not because, oh, this is just what I was always taught. It's, I believe it because of my experiences, what I've researched and what I've went through, my journey.
And not only that, like God is cool with you being open minded.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh
he's not,
no, yeah, that's what's great about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
he's not
You know,
like,
like Jesus, hung out with the sinners.
Yeah,
he was
you know what I'm
he was hanging out with the partiers. Like,
yeah, he was, man.
I hang out. You guys, you guys suck.
You can't be so heavily minded that,
Yeah.
that you can't have a impact. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Like he was giving them wine. Like, hey, guys,
Yes,
I'm hanging out
miracle
with you.
number one.
I'm hanging out with you guys
Yeah.
and making you drink.
yeah.
Yo, I'm
like, seriously.
I'm bringing it to you. I'm
Yeah.
bringing this party.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it. I
Yeah,
love
man,
it.
that's good though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, where I would be with my faith was not really there anymore because I did kind of, and now I get weird with it. I don't subscribe to anything, but I like simulation theory is really fun for me to think about. It's just I like the idea of that this is just a computer that we're all living in.
The Matrix.
Yes.
Basically,
You know,
yes.
it's funny. I was watching that last
Oh
night.
my God.
Really? I
That
need
is-
to rewatch it.
That's my favorite movie. Like that series. Is
That was
so
my favorite
mind-boggling.
back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah. I like movies like that. I like to think about stuff like that.
Mhm.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all are two peas in a pod.
I tell you, there's some
when it
good
comes to
stuff.
that
Yeah.
Do you know who Neil deGrasse Tyson is?
Yeah, I do.
He's got some stuff. I think there was one on Netflix. He's got some pretty good. The Cosmos.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
got some stuff that'll blow your mind. Like,
Yeah, he's really into that stuff. I learned about him listening to Logic's album. He narrated not
Oh,
Logic's
yeah,
album.
that's right, he
him.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when I
Yeah.
kind of
Oh,
researched
okay.
who he was and stuff.
Yeah, I love that.
So there's this one. I recommend this to a lot of people. It's on Netflix, Cosmos. I think it's episode 1, and I think the name of it is like Earth's address or what's your address or our something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it just zooms into like you, and then it zooms out a little bit. Oh, your house, and then a little bit your street, and then your
yeah.
city, and blah 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 blah. It keeps
Yeah.
zooming out, and then you're like, here's the galaxy. Here's what the galaxies in this part of the universe, and here's all these other galaxies, and it just keeps going out
Yeah.
past, like what, and then it's all theory, of course. When you
Right.
get past a certain point that we don't know,
Yeah.
and then he just like shows like these bubbles of like all these different bubbles with all these other like universes within universes. Like it's just it'll make you really think. Like
Yeah.
I'm so small. Like
Yes.
it's so
Yeah.
insignificant. Like oh.
Yeah.
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 And then there's another one on YouTube. I think it's something. It's got millions of views. The Journey to the End of Time or something like that, and it starts off cool because you just see like, oh, people are gone. There's war. People are gone, and then there's nothing but buildings and stuff, and those get overgrown, and then
Wow.
it just keeps going. Then meteor, and then eventually a meteor's gonna hit Earth because it's gonna.
Yeah.
It's done it before. It's gonna happen again.
Right.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
And so it goes like that, boom, and then it shows
It's not happening tomorrow.
No,
What?
have you seen the movie? I ain't trying to change that. Have you seen the movie Greenland? Yeah.
no.
That's what it's about.
Ooh, don't tell me
Greenland?
anything more. I don't spoil it.
Is that on
Greenland,
YouTube or
okay.
Netflix?
That's the one I want you to watch for me.
But what is it on?
It's you got to get it on demand.
It was on.
But that's
demand.
literally what it's about. Like literally.
It could happen tomorrow. We don't know.
Oh,
it
God.
could.
Yeah.
There-
We're gonna
listen.
watch it.
Asteroids are whizzing by us
All the time.
Yes.
All the time, and
That's
they
so
we've
true.
had some lately that've been pretty close.
Yeah.
But they come into atmosphere like small little pebbles come through all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, and I'm one of those people when Hollywood start making movies about stuff often.
Mm-hmm.
It's something they're trying to tell us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
with the Truman Show. Like when the Truman Show came out. Are you familiar with the Truman Show with Jim
With
Carrey?
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, oh, yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, but when that came out, then reality TV just
Took
boom,
off.
just took off. So when you say like comets and asteroids from this YouTube video, I'm like, Greenland was a very good movie, but everything in the movie seemed kind of real.
I'm probably gonna need a drink to watch that.
We're gonna watch that today.
Oh my
Nice.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, me and you probably think a lot of like with the simulation and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
it's just
I already-
fun to
Yeah.
think about. I don't
Yeah.
necessarily subscribe to it, but it's fun to think about. And sometimes I'll be like, I'm going to treat today like I'm in a simulation and just do things a little differently, you know?
What?
Yeah, just-
That's tough.
Charlie, how fun did we have last Sunday? I went to. I'm pretty. Most of the time, I'm an introvert. If I
Okay.
go out, I just want to hang out with whoever I'm with, and I'm not
Yes.
I'm not extrovert too. Like it's very rare.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, I was just like, I talked to every single table in this bar, and it was packed. It was
What?
packed.
Mm.
Got that part. I just thought about that. You did go to every table.
I went to every. I just pulled up a seat and just started chatting with these people and just taking pictures and selfies with people. Just,
That is so
You
fun.
walked around, everybody asked, do you have, does anybody at this table got 10,000
10,000 followers or more on Instagram. That's what I was asking
At least
people.
3 people here that got 10,000 followers, and he literally walked around every table.
Yeah, I walked every table and it was fun.
That is hilarious. Hilarious. When's your
That's
birthday? What's your sign?
I am a Scorpio.
He's a water sign. We're all water signs.
Okay. I think I'm a double Scorpio, and I don't know what my third thing is, but
A Scorpio rising or Scorpio moon?
You know,
You don't know.
you don't know.
they said
You know,
Scorpio,
no-
Scorpio something.
Yeah.
That's just me. I'm the one
Yeah.
that's into like birth charts. and
Yeah.
all
Well, you know
that.
what's funny is there's this chick on YouTube. I've been watching her horoscopes for Scorpios every week, just kind of
Really?
just trying it out. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've always laughed and scoffed at it, and it's kind of funny. I was like, I'm just gonna watch it and just see.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Channing Nicholas is my favorite because she gets in deep with your whole birth chart. Like when we're talking about sun signs, that's just our identity, our personality. But there's so much more. Like where every planet was placed when we were born all means something. Wes is looking at me like, shut the hell up. Like this is not
What?
true.
No,
But it's
ain't no
true.
judgment. No, this is where you are.
I did your birth chart and it was so on point.
That's the
And
crazy
mine was
thing.
on point.
Yeah.
That is the crazy thing. How on point somebody's like.
Yes.
Like this one girl's like you are a Scorpio, like you are a Scorpio. Everything
Yeah.
like I like tell her like how I'm thinking about something. Like just she's like, yeah, of course you're a Scorpio. Like
Yeah.
Really?
I don't knock you. That's your thing.
I know.
it's
I know.
weird that
I have-
sometimes how accurate it is.
It
But for
is.
me, sometimes I disagree with mine.
Well, that's because you're just looking at your sun sign.
You went over my whole birth chart.
I did.
And some stuff I was like, cool.
Well,
Well,
that's because it
sometimes
hasn't
they're-
been revealed to you.
Yeah, they're
That's
in
why.
generality a lot of the times, and then you have to go get a personal reading.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but
It's
I don't
so good.
knock people that's in it. Like, it just, that works for you. It works for you.
And then last night I learned about south nodes and north nodes and what that means. It's,
I don't know what those words are.
baby, it goes deep. It goes deep.
This goes all with the same. This is all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all in your birth
yeah, it's
chart.
all it's real deep.
No, what I think's cool about it is like, because I think of like ancient civilizations and stuff, and how
Yeah.
they were always looking at the stars.
Yes.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
constellations.
You
and
know,
stuff,
like
yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
They knew what they thought they knew
something.
things.
Yeah.
I will say that some of the stuff you share with me, particularly about I agree with like 80% of the stuff you share with me about
That's cool.
me.
It's a good number.
80%.
Yeah, that's a good number.
With you, like especially the stuff you sharing last night, I was like,
It's
yeah.
all on point. But here's the thing about me. So my sun is Pisces. My rising sign is Pisces. My moon sign is Leo. But like half my chart is all Pisces. So which is why for me, if it's about a Pisces, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be true because I'm Pisces
so
like
much
on
of
my
it.
chart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I forgot what mines are. I know you know.
Yours is all over. Yours is all over the place.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why. I'm like,
Mhm.
it ain't always true for me. I don't know.
The thing that's really interesting about my birth chart is that it's all water and fire. Like it's all Pisces and Sagittarius. I have one Scorpio. I can't remember where it is.
How
And then
many
I
are
have-
there?
It's like all the planets.
There's like 9
Yeah.
Is there 9 or 8?
There's more because
Nibiru.
like it is Pluto and everything. Like what
Yeah.
sign all the planets were in when
I'm
you
talking
were
about
born.
10th planet. Are you talking? I'm talking about
I know what you're talking
yeah.
about.
Yeah.
The 10th planet.
Oh, yeah. So they don't talk about that one.
Okay.
They don't talk about that one.
Hmm.
But they do all the
Yeah.
other ones.
And then what happens if they discover that it's 1,000 more planets?
Well, then you'll be able to see if by that point we'll have the technology to be able to see, okay, what sign were those planets in when I was born?
So then it might change
Like
up
going
a
into a whole other
Yeah, it
Yeah.
could get deeper.
galaxies.
It doesn't mean that what we know now isn't true. It just means now there's more to learn.
Yeah, because scientists, they discover stuff like
All
we
the
talk about
time.
galaxies and stuff like that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like is our astrology based around? It has to be just based around the Milky Way galaxy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what would happen if you were in a whole another
Right.
Yeah.
galaxy? What
I think
kinda-
about stuff like that too. Like, yeah.
Would it be completely different people or would it still be
Yeah.
the same? That's so deep.
Things to make you go,
I love it. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm here for all of it.
Yeah.
And then of course it would be based on how those stars and those galaxies are positioned.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what kind of designs they come up with, whether it's a
Yes.
crab or a man on a horse or whatever. you know?
Right,
Yeah.
But it
right.
could be. I mean, it's a whole another alien world. It might not be like us, look like us,
Yeah.
but they still are funky. Like they look like aliens, like the typical archetypal
Yes.
alien you think of. Maybe they look like that, big heads and gray bodies, but they still see the stars.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's out there.
Well, yeah, I don't know what's all out there.
It's out there.
You pay attention to the UFO news this year?
I haven't.
No.
I haven't. But I know after watching Greenland, I probably need to.
Me and my grandfather
There's
used to
some-
always watch UFO stuff.
There's some compelling stuff out there
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
What are they talking about?
They've got stuff on video, like they've disclosed that the Navy's disclosed, and they've showed fighter jets tracking these. One looks, they call it a Tic Tac video. You can YouTube Tic Tac video. It's a actual, real, legit video from the military,
Yeah.
and it's a fighter jet that just sees this thing just going like just not flying normal, just like going from like 10,000 feet
What?
to like 10 feet off the water, like instantly. And then they're saying that like went into the water and just all these moves that like if a human were inside of it, there's no way it could survive because of all the jerky motions and
Yeah.
how fast it's going with the G's and stuff.
I'm gonna check it out.
And then it was blocking the radar. Like it was like they were tracking it and like it was actively blocking the fighter jet's radar. Insane. There's multiple videos.
I'm not ready.
Now,
See, stuff like that. See, I'm interested in stuff like that.
yeah.
I am. You
I'll need a drink.
see, but this is where we balance
Okay.
each other out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? Like, I'm like that. I want to see that. Like, as soon as we get into the car, I'm like, TikTok video. I mean, no, you said Tic Tac.
Tic Tac video.
Tic Tac video. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Commander Favor, Tic Tac video,
Oh
UFO
my
video,
gosh.
and then okay, so they're gonna make you believe soon. They're gonna have to.
Yeah.
So did you see the newest stimulus package? One of the provisions in it was the Pentagon. I think it's the Pentagon. Let's say it's the Pentagon has to release everything it knows about UFOs and aliens within the next 90 days.
Some stuff about to go down.
What?
90 days?
90
6
days.
months? 6 months? 180 days?
Yeah.
Something
Shut
like that. They
up.
have to disclose everything we know about it. And then there was another thing that just came out a couple weeks ago. Was it from Russia? I think it was from the Russian, a dude that was high up in the Russian space program said, yes, aliens are real. We've been working with them forever. Trump almost let it slip that he knew about it.
What?
But he's saying that like we've been working them. We have a deal with them.
What?
A peaceful deal, and there's an underground base on Mars.
An underground base.
I can believe that because
And they said the aliens asked them not to tell us about them because they said we're not ready yet. But we might be getting ready soon. So maybe that's so. But again, he is a Russian. He does. I think he does have credentials in their space program, and he does have a book coming out. So I don't know. Take that for what it's worth. But it was interesting. I mean, there's a lot of weird alien news this year.
I mean, you got to think about that. Like the elite is always trying to get outer space.
Yes, they are.
And particularly Mars.
And then there's all those movies. You were talking about movies earlier.
Yeah,
all those movies about leaving Earth.
We got to. Well, of course we're going to leave Earth. We're human beings. We've been explorers since we've been cavemen.
Yeah.
Like we just are constantly exploring. We've explored this boring planet
Forever.
It's time to go. We got to get out there, baby. This ship ain't lasting forever. We got to make sure humanity gets like live on. And if it ain't here, it's going to be on Mars. We're going to terraform it, and then we're going to figure out how. Maybe we're getting these aliens here to help us out to take us to.
My God.
They're thinking, you don't travel with rocket propulsion. They're traveling different ways. Space and time, or time doesn't really. I don't know.
See, and the first thing I think about is we need to get our coins ready,
so we can go to another.
So
planet.
yes,
that's the new George Clooney movie. That's what it's about.
Coins.
He has a new
money.
Okay. For what?
Yeah.
Get her together for what?
So we can go.
So
So they said we need to go to Mars.
It ain't gonna be cheap.
Oh, I don't know if you guys will ever
have enough money to go.
No. Get to that age. Like you don't want to be the first people on Mars.
I think before 2030, in the next 10 years, somebody's gonna go up there.
Well, Beyonce said something about it in that one song. She said,
"No,
she did.
no Queen Bee on here.
Y'all like Queen Bee?
No.
You like Queen Bee?
No.
She did say send all my friends
Jay-Z.
to Mars or something.
You said she ruined Jay-Z? Why you say that?
She resurrected Jay-Z.
They made each other a bigger brand together.
They did.
You look, you don't look happy at all about
I know. I was just listening to Big Pimpin' yesterday. It's a classic,
Yeah, that song was up there.
Not for nothing, not gonna happen. I'll be forever macking.
Yep, he said that.
Yeah.
You're not forever macking.
Right.
You're locked down, son. You're not macking.
I think him and Beyonce a good couple though. They
are.
They made an empire.
Yeah, of course.
She upgraded him for sure.
I like his 444.
But he's got the Illuminati. You ever see him do that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody got their opinions about Beyonce and Jay-Z.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I love Jay-Z.
I think he's a great businessman.
Of course. I'm not knocking him. I love him.
Yeah.
He's great. But yeah.
Yeah.
I listen to most other people. That's fine. I like his old stuff.
his old
Jay-Z's
stuff
a
too.
great, amazing artist. But it does kind of, I was listening to one of his, who knows, he's got so many albums and songs, but, where he was rapping about drugs, selling drugs and stuff. So like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You ain't done that in
Yeah.
30-something years.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't act like we know where you got your money. You're hanging out with Obama. Like, you ain't,
Yeah.
you ain't slinging bricks out your Maserati or whatever.
I agree. Yeah.
That's funny.
So I'm gonna listen to my dudes like C-Dub to Youngblood, who's buying a brick from a brother on a 4-wheeler.
Who?
Just a local
Oh.
rapper
okay.
dude that I like.
Yeah.
He's like gangster rap, like hard, like.
Oh.
It says CW the Youngblood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude's got over 100 albums.
Shut up.
Wow.
That's funny.
Puts in work,
Yeah.
and it's good. He's good.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm into aliens. I'm into astrology.
Yeah.
Checking that out. I'm into just experience. And again, like I said, I'm into ancient civilization. So I've been there's this book now that I've been reading now. It came out in like 94, 98 or something. It's called Fingerprints of the Gods,
Ooh.
and it goes to a civilization that was like before the Mayans,
Mm-hmm.
and they just talk about the similarities between that and the Middle Eastern story.
Yeah.
It's almost identical.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really, but his name was Quetzalcoatl, and he was, they're a browner people down there,
Yeah.
but they were talking about this guy that was going to be pale skinned with a beard,
What?
and it was and he was like the kind of the god, but he was like trying to teach them their ways, and it was all love,
Yeah.
and that's basically what it was about.
Mhm.
And then that story kept transitioning to the Mayans and stuff, and that's where like then the Spanish came down. When the Spaniards, the conquistadors, came down, that's their faith was so tied into this Quetzalcoatl story that was exactly like the biblical story.
Yeah.
But they were so heavily invested that the Spaniards were a lighter skinned people with beards. And so they just walked in thinking that this was the God that we were waiting for Quetzalcoatl to come back, and we're gonna invite this. Come on in. And the Spaniards were like, "Holy shit!
Yeah.
They're like looking around, like, can you believe this? They're gonna throw a feast for us. Like they're gonna bring us in." So they get them all into this big temple, and the Spaniards get all of the Mayans in there, lock the doors, and just slaughter them all. Boom.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Boom.
Wow. Huh.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. You said it's called the Footprint of the Gods.
Fingerprints of the gods.
Fingerprints of the Gods. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm going to check that out.
It's a big book. It's an audio book if you like audio books.
Yes.
This dude, his name is Graham Hancock, and he's a legit, like, he goes around and he studies ancient histories, ancient civilizations. Like, he goes to these burial grounds, and people laughed at him about this book because he said this civilization took place, I think, like 15,000 years ago or more. And historians, traditional college historians and professors, and they said, no, they laughed at him. That is not true. That is not possible. Humans have not been doing civilizations until about 12,000 years ago. So, and we've never found, there's no, you're wrong. There's no possible way. Well, then in the early 2000s, they found a place called Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, and they date that back past like 15,000 years or something like. And so it's all coming together. It's like, whoa, like human civilization goes back a long way, like way longer than we think. And it could even go, I mean, if you think about how old this earth is, we could have gotten to this point before. And just, again, a giant comet hit, which has happened.
Right.
I mean, a lot of the stories, the Moses story, and then there's a lot of civilizations at that time have these stories. The story of Gilgamesh. It's the same thing of this a giant flood that happened like 12,000 years ago. And then Graham Hancock got with this other dude named Dan Carlin, and he's like a meteorologist, asteroidal impact expert. And, he goes and looks at these ice core samples, and they say, holy cow, or not ice core samples, but just samples in the earth. Like, about 10 to 12,000 years ago, a giant meteor did hit the earth. It probably hit the Indian Ocean, through a giant flood everywhere. And that's where these stories come from. These stories come from a long time. They get passed down to generation. And we're like, Moses and Gilgamesh. Yeah.
That's why people responded to Greenland, this movie. So
I never heard of it. I can't wait to. I gotta get.
I would love to hear your opinion about it.
All right.
Yeah, Greenland.
Right.
I'm into, see, like me, I'm a historian, by the way. Like, that's why I teach 6th grade social studies, ancient cities. So, like, all that stuff interests me. Like, I'm like,
cool.
I need to read more. But even with the comments, and I'm one of the people, I'm like, man, there's certain stuff they ain't telling us out here.
Yeah.
I could definitely believe tonight a comic can just hit the old shit and then it's over. Yeah, I definitely believe that. And especially since Tom Brady and his wife is selling all their mansions and building a bunker right now.
No way.
What?
They're building a bunker. A huge.
Well, they're friends with Trump.
Yeah. A huge 40,000 square feet bunker underground.
Whoa.
Like, they're doing that right now. You can look that up on the internet.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
It's coming.
They've been literally selling all their, man. They just sold a $37 million like apartment mansion in New York. They sold a house where they lived in Boston.
Whoa.
And they're literally making a bunker right now.
Whoa.
So, like, when you saying all the stuff you saying, because I watched that movie. I was just up one night. She was asleep. I was bored. I'm like, I'm going to watch this movie, see what it's about. I'm like, nah, this movie rings a little different. It's too much weird stuff going on.
When did you watch it?
2 nights ago. After we watched that scary movie.
Oh my God.
Hereditary.
That's why I had those dreams, Wesley.
What dreams?
I was having some crazy, freaky dreams.
About a comment?
Just about surviving life.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
That's what we're doing anyway. Every
right
day,
now.
right?
Yeah. the surviving just going to look different, you know, like the
I'm
pandemic.
not ready.
You not ready? Can I freak you out again?
Sure.
You ready for this?
Let's go.
You know Yellowstone?
National Park.
Yeah, you know what that is? It's a caldera. A caldera is a massive continent-killing volcano.
What?
And it's active, and it's due to go off.
What you mean?
It's due to go off within, it could go off from now to 50,000 years, 100,000 years, but it explodes. I could be, it's been a while since I've remembered every detail about this, but it goes off like every 400 to 600,000 years it goes off, or 600, and it's been about 500,000 years ago since it's blown up.
I'm not ready.
So it can
go off whenever.
Yellowstone can, the giant springs, the hot springs are exploding. That's because that's just a giant, they didn't know Yellowstone was a giant volcano until like the 90s with like satellite images. They just thought it was like this cool place.
God.
And then they do these satellite images and you just see this giant. It's like, whoa.
Wow.
See, while we all distracted on social media, this is the stuff they be putting out there.
Exactly.
Just so you don't.
Exactly.
You actually got to find this stuff. You actually have to look for this stuff.
Yeah.
Because if you on Facebook on your timeline strolling, and no judgment for people to do that. That's when they release these articles, like the article I read yesterday saying, "Hey y'all know the Earth is 100 degrees hotter this year than it's been in the last 5,000 years. So now the weather's going to be crazy all 2021." I just read this article yesterday.
Okay.
So you see the dynamic of our marriage, like it's kind of where we are, but we embrace it. It's beautiful.
Well, because you guys have stuff to constantly talk about.
Yes.
And if you guys disagree or have a lot of different opinions, I think a lot of people that don't probably practice self-care or healthy communication probably end up turning that against each other, and they use what's that word against you?
Resent.
Yes, and to resent you for that.
No.
And no, I'm saying you guys don't. This is awesome. Like this is why you guys get to keep it exciting. Talk nice.
That is so true.
That is true.
And we used to do that.
I'm jealous of you guys. You guys looking for a third couple? Just I'll hang out with you guys. Like,
No, I think we used to resent each other, but I think once you do self-care and understand that whole concept, like this is her life, her journey. I'm just blessed to do life with her.
That's
and
beautiful.
likewise.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, wow.
So, I'm pretty sure she thinks some of the stuff like what we're talking about. Yeah. How she said I was looking at her, she's talking about birth charts. That's how she's been looking at me the whole time we've been talking about this.
Okay.
So it's like she's looking at me like, oh, I don't want to drink tonight. You just keep talking. Again. But I know.
Well, just talking about it doesn't mean you believe in it. It's just some
beautiful.
of the stuff you have to believe in. Some of it is facts.
Yeah.
Aliens are facts.
Yeah.
The aliens are here.
Yeah.
They're real.
And you know what's funny? I think it's one of those things where, like, when I listen to her and she introduced new things, I don't knock them. I study them, and I embrace where she's at, and I'll listen to understand, and I'll ask more questions. And I think you do the same thing. You do the same thing. You do.
Yeah. I like you'll start researching like stuff I tell you.
Yeah.
And when you tell me stuff, like I sit in it and I process it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then either way, we always end up talking about it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's dope.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah.
You guys have a lot of people reach out to you and like ask you like how to keep their marriage as happy and successful as yours. I mean, you guys just look like you would have people, you know what I mean? Like you're just putting on a good example out there for a couple, not only just for regular people looking for mental health. You're a good place to look to, but like I would imagine a lot of couples would look up to you guys. Do you guys get a lot of?
We used to all the time. And I don't know, like
the 7-year itch came.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they should look at you now. And it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
I bet this is the highest you guys have ever been with each other.
Yes.
Yeah, that is true.
That's what it is. I think after the 7-year itch, we're coming into this new season of just understanding what it means to do life together.
Yeah.
So I think this year, when people see like, the glow, that's what I'm gonna call it, the glow.
I like that.
The glow. And I think more people will reach out this year. Hearing the podcast, hearing our energy. And we're all, we're team marriage, and I do believe, and I'm pretty sure she'll agree, marriage ain't for everybody.
No, it's not.
Marriage ain't for everybody. But if you marry the right person and y'all make the marriage look like the way you want it to look.
Yes.
And you embrace each other the way you want to embrace each other, I think it could work.
Yeah. We do get a lot of
I am the
compliments.
last dragon. I possess the power of the glow.
Glow. Oh, yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. Leroy, you warmed up yet?
Bruce Leroy, baby.
Y'all two are hilarious.
Yeah. How old are you?
41.
Okay.
Would have
Yeah.
never guessed that.
Yeah?
Yeah. You're very cultured, man. Like, very diverse. That's
That's dope.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's a military brat in me, just moving around and seeing different cultures in America, you know? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open-minded. Actually, I'm just open-minded.
Yeah. And I think it's cool to be open-minded because, like you said, like, these are theories and all that.
It's
You
fun.
know.
How can you not get into fun things like this?
Yeah. And I like to research. So, yeah, you research and you be like, I don't know. And then you be like,
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you can go. There's so many. And nowadays, you know, like when we were growing up, if I wanted to learn about this stuff, I had to look at microfiche. I had to use the Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah.
You know, I had to figure out what books in the library. Where the hell is this thing so I can read it? Now these kids just, hey, you know, Google whatever, and then
Yep.
comes up awesome videos, and you can go down some fun rabbit holes.
Yeah.
You want to go down some conspiracy theories?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yep.
So true.
it's a great time to be alive, but a weird time to be alive. Just everything's so strange.
Mm-hmm.
My son, when he was born, JJ too. They've always had cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
And when Deuce was born, he's 9. They've always had social media.
Yeah.
When I was born, we didn't have cell phones, social media, internet, or
No,
anything.
we didn't have any of that.
Not even
Yeah.
a pager.
Not even a
Nope.
pager.
Nope.
I didn't even have an answering machine
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were no
Nope.
answering machines.
or a cordless phone.
Nope.
Nope.
I was around with a corded phone. How far can you walk with that? You know?
Yeah.
And then it would get all super twisted if you had like a long, like 6,
Yeah.
7 foot cord, and eventually it would just get twisted
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
And then eventually you can only go like 2 feet away from the receiver instead of the whole
Right.
8. And you're like, yeah.
And I remember we had
Kids don't know.
the roll up dial where
Yeah.
you put 1 and go then 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So then we got
Yeah,
the
one of
phone where you
those.
can actually push dee. He's like, dang,
Yeah.
we moving up in the world.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
You used to have to call to see what time it was.
Yeah.
You did. Yeah, I forgot about
You
that.
could call information and get the date, the time, the weather.
You could talk to a real live operator. You could just type 0.
Yes.
And talk to her like, hey, I want to remember, because it made me laugh. It was one of the first people I called on the operator. His name was, at least I thought it was Hale Hole. And I'm like 7 or 8, and I'm calling because I had a video game I had to return to him. And I was like, operator, can I was like, Hale Hole. And I started cracking. I was like, wait a minute. That sounds so funny. Hale Hole.
Oh, yeah, that's hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah. You can't talk to an operator. You can't
No.
press 0.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't even think they got 411 no more, do they?
I don't think so.
That was their new attempt to try to keep the operator. But
Right.
I don't think we still
I think
had that either.
411 like takes you to T-Mobile now.
611 take you to T-Mobile.
Oh. Well, don't
I
know
have
what
to use the
411 does.
restroom. Would you guys be able to hold court for a hot minute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about, I mean, you guys are professionals,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Nice. I'll be right back.
All right.
I've had a pot of coffee and a bunch of water.
Yeah,
no, just
dude.
keep it going.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
just keep going.
Keep going.
Keep it rolling.
What's your name again over there?
Me?
Yeah.
Charles.
Have you ever heard that you look like Anderson Paak?
No, you know what?
Yes,
I've heard that
you
recently.
do.
Yeah, usually it's the Tiger Woods. It's,
Wow.
Oh, I can see Tiger Woods.
yeah, it's usually Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Anderson .Paak for sure, though.
Tiger Woods.
Ever since I'm like, man, he looked just like Anderson Paak.
Do you know who he is?
Who?
Anderson
Anderson .Paak.
.Paak?
Yeah, yeah. He's
Okay.
He's a singer or rapper.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite
is so
artists.
funny.
One of my favorite artists. Yeah, he I like his musicianship, how he plays like the drums and
Yeah,
stuff.
I like
when
his music, like what he does with instruments and stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool though.
Yeah.
yeah,
I like the music he had more when Dr. Dre. Like I found about Anderson .Paak through Dr. Dre because
Okay.
when he came out with that, what was it, the Compton album?
Yeah.
yeah.
Anderson .Paak on that. That's how I found about Anderson .Paak.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
That's actually how he got
Back in the
discovered.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting that cosign from one of them, you know.
it's a rap.
Yeah, it's a rap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a couple years after.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dre signed him immediately.
Modelo commercials.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
The Modelo commercials. That's how you know you made it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have made it for sure.
Yeah.
How old are you? What's your sign?
Me, I'm 35. I'm a
Okay,
Oh,
when's your
okay.
birthday?
My birthday's September 2nd.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
cool.
Yep.
Our son is a Virgo.
September 20th.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yep.
I love that. Oh my gosh, this has been like the most fun conversation
Yeah.
that we've had this year so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is really good.
Just
Yeah.
start the year off right.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've talked about Jesus and the Bible and astrology and UFOs and comets and the end of the world,
Yeah.
all in a matter of what, 30 minutes?
About an hour.
About
An hour?
Yeah. Yeah.
Has it been an hour already?
Yeah. Yeah. And then like lately, I just been in this crave of watching scary movies, and I'm trying to figure out.
I don't understand why, but Wesley, I'm here to let you know right now that I don't appreciate it.
You like them?
And
they
no,
good movies.
No, this scary movie kick you on needs to come to a rapid end.
You don't like
No, Wes, I
them?
don't.
You told me you like them.
The movies are good, but they're scary.
Why you think they scary? So look,
Scary movies, huh?
So we
Yes.
watched
Nice.
we watched Doctor Sleep.
Don't know. I don't know anything about scary movies.
That's the one with the sequel to that one.
I never get into them.
Yeah, yeah.
The sequel.
Yeah, it was a sequel to it. Like it came out a
Long time ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
They did a sequel.
The Shining.
The Shining.
Yeah.
It
The
was
Shining.
a sequel to The Shining.
And then we watched this movie called Hereditary. Man, the movies are great.
They were all really witchcrafty.
They was.
And I think that's why it scared me.
I mean, but you know, you got like The Conjuring and all those type of movies and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But those
Oh, you probably are scared of witches because you believe in astrology. You probably, yeah, that's why hits are different,
Huh.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. No, yeah. No, that was aha.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I need to use it too.
What?
I need to use the
You use the
restroom.
bathroom too?
So I
Well,
was
it's
I
your
was glad
turn.
he broke the ice. I'm like, I'm the guest. I don't know. I'm like, man, can you pause the podcast? I need to use the restroom.
Oh, I'm always the first to crack. I'm a bad podcast host. I've got the worst bladder.
You got a
Like,
restroom?
yeah,
Can I use your
it's-
restroom?
Please do. Yeah. No, you got to
That
hold
is
it.
so funny.
You got to use a bottle.
But,
I'll be right back.
but yeah, he's been on this scary movie kick lately, and I'm like, Lord, I'm not here for the scary movie.
What are you here? Like, what is your genre? If you could pick, like, this is what we're watching. I'm gonna make you watch this.
Okay.
Rom coms.
This
Okay.
actually isn't any better than scary movies. I like American crime stories.
Like what?
Like, okay, so like the Casey Anthony story.
Oh, you like? Oh, okay, like
I love
documentary
that.
type.
Yes,
Okay, real.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. and
American
then-
specific American ones.
Yes.
Okay.
American crime stories are my ish. I love that stuff.
Casey Anthony.
Casey Anthony, we watched that last night.
Which one was Casey Anthony?
Casey Anthony was the chick.
Drove her kids into the ocean.
She killed her daughter, but she was found not guilty because there was no body to prove it.
Okay.
It was insane. And this just happened. It happened in 2008, and her trial was in 2011. So it was very new. And then there was another one on Netflix that you haven't watched yet. But it was another one about it was about this guy and his wife and their kids. But I can't remember it. I watched that with Jalen, our daughter. And it was that one.
Is that the one
crazy.
you was telling me you want to watch?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's one
okay.
I want to watch next. But I
Yeah.
can't remember the name of it.
So I watched that with you. You watched Greenland with me.
Mhm.
We got our Sunday night plan.
Yeah. That's crazy. This does not seem wholesome.
What?
Why not?
Because it's like scary and dark and murder and
It's interesting how you know. So we got this joke. If we showed you our IDs, like
oh my
it's
God.
like, man, I should show it to him while we on here so
I
he can
cannot
see it.
believe
But
you
like,
brought
I'm
that
like
up.
huge, and like my face look like I'm just like I'm about to go hurt somebody. And I'm
We
excited
look like
about it.
serial killers in our driver's license IDs. It's
Yeah,
horrible.
it's crazy. So when you say that, I'm just like, I like our IDs, huh? 'Cause if you look at our IDs, if a cop look, all the cops probably be like, yeah,
I always get the double take when I show people my ID.
yeah.
They're like, okay.
We need to get new IDs, probably
It's
with some better
time.
pictures.
It is
Yeah.
time.
I have a hoodie on in my ID.
How?
That's what everybody asks. Everybody comments on it. How did they let you do that? I was like, yeah, I don't know. I just put it on. I think she could tell I needed it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
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 Oh boy.
Well, how long can we have uncomfortable silence as podcasters?
I know, right?
So did you listen to the Serial? Do you listen to a lot of podcasts? Are you a podcast fan? Or are you guys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely a podcast fan.
I'm more of a vlogger fan. I guess you can still call
Mhm.
it podcast, but I listen to people talk more on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I like podcasts too, though.
I had an awesome vlogger on last week. She does food vlogs
Ooh, really?
around here, and she's got a big following on YouTube. And I watch her stuff all the time. I watched
Huh.
4 or 5 episodes of her stuff this morning.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
What's her
okay.
name?
The channel's called Telehue Food, or Telehue, TELEHUE,
That's cute.
something like that.
Huh.
Okay.
I might check her out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
great. And I was telling her, I was like, I binge watched like a bunch of your episodes. Like, oh, thanks, I get paid for that.
Ha,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
all about monetizing that.
Yes.
It is. Like, I like it set up here. Like, I would love for us to like vlog our podcast. when
I
we do
know.
it.
We should.
Anytime,
We should.
Yeah.
anytime you want.
Yeah.
We should vlog our podcast.
Yeah. Cause do you put these on YouTube or anything or?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause people watch them.
Yeah, they do.
You monetize. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
When I built this studio, I built it for comfort, for guests to be comfortable here. And then I was like, well, it looks good.
Yeah.
I should just throw some cheap camera. I mean, cameras, they're like $80 a piece or something. I was like, I
Yeah.
can get 4 cameras, throw them up here, and just put it on YouTube. Not many people
love
watch, but,
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
sometimes, we got some episodes with a lot and then some with like nothing. It's like,
Yeah.
it's so weird.
Yeah.
So you guys got like 900, like almost 1,000 views on this one and then like 3 on this one. It's like,
Huh. That's
yeah.
so interesting.
That is interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just whatever. I don't know. But again, you're into kind of marketing. You kind of know how to do all that stuff.
Yeah,
Like
the
you
digital
mentioned
marketing.
SEO or something
Yeah.
earlier. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Digital marketing is my thing. I never really fully got into like the whole YouTube world.
Mm-hmm.
I
think you'll be good in it.
Yeah, I think you guys would both
Yeah.
be good in it.
Yeah, because YouTube is just consistency. But you're right. You got to find that one video that just goes viral on there.
Either that or you just have to know how to there's different little tricks to the
It
trade.
is.
Like Instagram and everything else, little hashtags you have to use. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of little
Mhm.
things
Yeah.
you can do.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not.
Yeah. It's a whole nother world.
Mm-hmm.
2021,
Just gotta learn
I'm going to study the YouTube world.
Yeah, that can be like your project is the YouTube
I got
stuff.
it.
You guys
Okay.
look like you would be a fun, like YouTube family show. Like if people
Now that
reality
we
show.
get
Like,
a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
We
I
get
feel
that
it.
a lot. Yes.
The ones that have a family, they have their kids.
Yes.
Like my daughter watches
Yeah, that would be crazy.
that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do our kids.
Yeah, they do.
And with our kids too. Like, oh my God, they are hilarious.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are funny.
They're very vibrant personalities.
Yeah.
Like our son, he's a perfect blend of both of us.
Yes,
Nice.
yes.
Like you get both with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart mouth, no filter,
But very modest.
and very sensitive.
Very sensitive. Yeah, he's just. And our daughter, she's the athlete. She's the basketball
Yes.
player. She's the cool, swagged out kid.
Ah.
She could be a stand-up comedian. The way that girl tells a story
Oh,
is
you know what?
like, what? It's really good.
Yeah.
But she's also a little shy though too.
How old are they?
14 and 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scary. 14 is scary.
Baby.
What's it like having a 14-year-old girl as a dad? Oh,
You
man.
know, see, it's funny because
It's gonna happen to me. But
yeah. So when our daughter turned 13, she was like, "Oh, I'm just so excited! I got a 13-year-old in the house."
Yeah.
Oh no, you weren't.
And I was
Yeah,
looking,
I was.
and I was looking
You
at her.
don't
like
remember
this.
when you were 13?
And I was looking at her like, okay.
Are you sure?
And now she's 14. Now that I can't wait till she's 13. Now it's like,
Can't wait till she's 18 and out of here.
yeah,
Yes.
yep.
Yes. No, Jalen is awesome. She's
She is awesome.
hilarious. But yeah, it's like that transition from being my kid to like, oh shit, you're a young woman now.
Oh no.
And there are things where it's like, I can't just tell you what to do anymore.
Oh.
Because you have an identity and you
Mhm.
have, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy, but it's fun.
It is fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
She's a very vibrant kid.
Yeah.
She is funny though. She's very funny.
She's hilarious.
Okay. So you're a teacher.
I run Grace and Grind full time.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, sweet.
Yeah.
Living the dream.
You know
Wow,
what?
how
And she's
cool is
doing
that?
and she's doing
It's
a
a lot
dope
of fun.
job. Like it's like from the pandemic to
I
now
know
it's
it's a lot of
going
work.
on. Yeah.
Yes.
I know it's a lot of work. I ain't here
Yeah.
saying it ain't work. I'm just saying that's really cool. And that's like a dream.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it really is. It really is. But yeah, the B2B side of it, I don't even know if we talked about that, but yeah, we have B2B services that we offer other health and wellness brands. So the website, social media, and all of that good stuff, podcast production. We do that for other businesses too.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
Dang. Oh well, where I was going with that is so you guys you're professional, you're a teacher, and you say how funny she could do stand-up comedy. People never look at funny people like that and suggest, like, kids at that age, like, have you ever, like, you could do that? Like, is that
Yes.
something you would
Yeah.
encourage? Be like,
I've
hey,
told her.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
That's where
Oh,
the
that's
shopping
cool.
comes
That's
in.
cool.
Yeah.
We would have to catch her just in her element.
Yeah.
And just
like
start
secretly
recording
record
her.
her. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Or
Yep.
do you ever show her stand-up comedy?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
all the time.
And does she
'Cause that's
like
the
it?
other
Does
thing
she
we
like?
love
Is she interested in
stand-ups.
it?
She yes and no. She knows that she can do it, but she has to overcome that
That
stage
shyness,
fright.
yeah.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
I think back
Yeah.
when she really gets into basketball, like next year, high school and stuff.
With people
that might
watching
help-
her.
Yeah.
all the time. Yeah,
I think that'll help take some of that away.
I do too.
Yeah.
That's an awkward age for girls especially too. So
Yes.
probably a lot of self-conscious days. It probably would be hard to
Yeah.
get in front of people on
Yeah.
certain
Yeah.
times or whatever, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but I've definitely told her like, yo, you could be a stand-up comedian, like for real. And her thing is, she's coming out of this now, but like she was like, I'm not going to college. I think it's pointless. I don't need to go and I don't want to go. And I'm the type of mom that's like, I agree with that. I understand. And I have my degree. You know what I mean? I have a degree. He's the one with 1,000,000 degrees over here. But
I'm
I'm like,
Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, you do. You're like really, really smart, really book smart.
well, thank you.
She said book smart.
But
That means I ain't street
key,
smart.
key point.
So you try to throw shade. So you try to throw shade.
I got your back.
No, I love
Yeah.
you. No, but I understand. So, you know, I've told her that, you know, college is more for the experience than anything else. And with her getting older and she's really into HBCUs, you know what that is? Okay, I know you do. So, HBCU is a historically black college or university. So she's recognizing that, okay, that would be dope, you know, and thinking about the possibility, the very real possibility of being able to have a basketball scholarship as well as an academic scholarship and all that stuff. So she doesn't have to have
HBCU means like Grambling or something like that?
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
exactly.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
sure. I know those schools. I didn't know that was
Yeah.
an acronym
Yeah.
for. Okay.
Yep. So, but yeah, I'm definitely the parent that's like, you don't have to go to college. You don't have to take that route, but I don't think you'll regret it if you do. So yeah, stand-up comedy is on the table.
Okay, that'd be
Yeah.
cool because I didn't know how some, I figured a lot of parents, especially like professional and a teacher, would maybe
Yeah.
kind of discourage
Oh, no.
something
Oh,
like that. So no,
no.
that's really
No.
cool because I wish I would have. I didn't know as a kid growing up you could make a living as a stand-up. I would have been cool. Like
Yeah.
I just recently had a conversation with my mom and just for the first time found out when she would have parent-teacher conferences because I would get in trouble.
Right.
Oh, I was a class clown, and my teachers would always say he's really smart and he's really funny, but he can't be he's like they even make us laugh. Like sometimes I got to discipline him while I'm laughing, and I can't
Yeah.
be doing that. It's
Yeah.
like, why
Yeah.
didn't you tell me that?
Yeah.
I didn't know. Like if I would have known, I
Yeah.
could have done something
Yeah.
other than being a mailman.
It's
Yeah. But I think education is moving towards, I know the superintendent of our little charter school district, he doesn't want us to just push college. He wants us to push trade. He wants
Yeah.
us to push whatever the kids want to do. So I think we're evolving from the system of go to college, get the degree, to get the job.
Yeah.
I think
So
it's
expensive.
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's so many useless degrees out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And why are you going to
yeah.
spend 70 grand on historic language degree if you're not going to use it? I mean, it's such a
Right.
small
Yeah.
underwater basket weaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
Genders that I don't know.
And then there's so many areas that you used to need degrees for that you
Don't need them
anymore.
no more.
That's what pisses me off about mine. Like you used to need a journalism degree. Like my childhood dream was to be an anchor on Good Morning America. That's all I wanted to do growing up. So I went and got a journalism degree. You don't have to have a journalism degree to work at news stations now anymore. You just
don't
need experience.
You don't need a news station.
Yeah.
You got
don't
YouTube.
even need a news
You can still do that.
Yeah, you can.
You've got it. You got that it factor.
Well, thank
you're
you.
pretty. You're smart.
Thanks.
Like you could easily get like a YouTube channel. Hey, Grace and Grind people, guess what? I'm going to start my journalism passion, and I'm going to cover Kansas City things locally,
Yeah.
and then just start a little and then get your SEO Kansas City Morning Journalism YouTube channel.
And you got pretty
That'd be
girl
fun.
privilege.
Yo,
Yep.
pretty girl privilege is real.
No, it is because I know with YouTubers, it'll be girls.
Oh, there is no bigger privilege on earth than pretty woman.
Yeah, yeah.
There's just not.
It'll be somebody on YouTube. The content and be like, but people will click because they pretty.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that is so true.
And if you got good content and you pretty, girl, you making it.
Aw,
Boom.
You're so sweet.
Oh, yeah, you gorgeous. You very nice to the eyes.
Stop. What?
We're gonna wrap this thing up or what? You're gonna go get that Steelers jersey and Jerome Bettis saying that the bus is coming home, baby.
Yeah, you gotta have fun. You gotta
That's
keep her fresh in
funny.
marriage, man.
Yeah.
You don't want to get complacent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. But that would be fun. And it would give us something else to put on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you got it, girl. It's all you, baby girl.
Up, Wes.
There's opportunities out there. I mean, if that, I don't know if that's still your dream, but I mean, it's still, you can do something like that.
Yeah.
It's not, you have, I don't know, probably a lot of the equipment already for it, I'd imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely feel like.
Not that you need much.
I know. Yeah, you don't need a lot anymore. And this, lovely iPhone 12 Pro that I got for Christmas.
Or you can use it on your iPhone. You can easily take
So,
Yeah.
videos like that and just put them up there.
yeah.
Get a tripod
Yes.
or a gimbal or however you want to do
Call
it.
it a day.
Yeah, I could do on-scene reporting. if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
That
Who
is
knows?
so
Do whatever. There's so many
funny.
you can do. Or you can make yourself a studio, like a green screen, and make a
Yeah.
do it. There's so many options.
That would be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I'd probably do some like goofy, like news spoof type of stuff.
You want to show your personality.
Yes.
Mix some horoscope
Yes.
stuff in there. with
Oh
it.
my
Yeah.
God. That would be
Yeah.
hilarious if I was giving people their horoscope.
Hey.
That would be hilarious.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Okay.
Hell yeah. Future is all yours. You guys
Yeah.
are awesome.
Oh,
This
thank
was so
you.
fun.
It was fun.
You're fun.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
all right.
You're fun. You're a blast. You're a
Yeah.
blast.
I can't wait to start listening to more of your guys' episodes, especially now knowing you more. Like, I'm getting into this more. Like, these guys are gonna get me out of some more funky days. I can tell already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's one of the things that we're going to do this season on the podcast. We were doing 2 episodes a month. We're still going to do 2 episodes a month, but we're also going to do a 3rd episode, and it's probably just going to be just me on this one, but it's going to be a guided meditation.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah. So we'll have an episode where it's just us, the guided meditation, and then an episode where we're interviewing someone
Mm-hmm.
in the health and wellness field or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think that'll be good.
Yeah.
I tried meditating for a little bit, and it was very beneficial. And then I just stopped, and I haven't gotten back into it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's
hard.
hard.
It's a
It's
hard
hard.
practice to develop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new Netflix series called Headspace?
Mm-mm.
Guide to Meditation?
No.
It's really good. And it's so fun because it's all animated.
Okay.
So, yeah, you might really enjoy that.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I was getting into frequency meditation, I think it is. I would put
Okay.
earbuds in and listen to a certain frequency. That
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I would lay outside in the grass at night and that's how I would do it.
That is
And
excellent.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Frequency, like sound therapy, all of that is so real.
Mm-hmm.
It's so real.
Yeah. Don't Spirit of Health do that stuff too?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Are you familiar with Spirit of Health?
No, it's Spirit of Health.
It's a holistic store in Grandview.
Okay.
And they have a lot of holistic things like sound therapy, but like herbs and stuff like that. It's dope. It's a dope place.
Yeah, they're great.
It's really cool that you guys. I mean, do you consider yourself Christians?
I would consider myself a follower of Yahshua,
Okay.
follower of Jesus.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I was gonna say it comes off as Christian, but then you guys are talking about all this other stuff with such an
Yeah.
open mind, and like, I wouldn't talk to many.
Yes.
I wouldn't think that I would talk to too many,
Quote unquote Christians.
quote unquote Christians.
Right. Yeah.
You know, especially like I don't know, like a Southern Baptist type.
Oh, boo
Like,
boo.
oh
That's
yeah,
what
we
I
were
know.
using salts, Himalayan sea salts, and rubbing oil. Like, you know what?
Yeah. And
That's-
you know what's
yeah,
and it's
that's
funny
on me.
because Spirit of Health is actually a store that's owned by believers.
Yes.
But they literally embrace like all
That's
the stuff
cool.
we was talking about.
Yeah.
Like you'll get there, but like when you go into study, you'll see scriptures, you'll hear gospel music or Christian music
Yeah.
playing. But yeah,
You've
they
had
believe
those
in all
headphones
this
on the
stuff.
wrong ears this whole time. I just noticed.
That's
You do?
hilarious. Yeah, hold on.
That's hilarious.
I mean, it don't matter really, but probably is that more comfortable?
Nah,
It
Does
didn't
it
make
feel
no
the same?
difference?
you know, yeah, yeah, it's cool.
That's funny.
Sorry,
Nah, you good.
didn't mean to call you out. I just happened to notice it, and I was like,
Nah,
yeah,
you good.
this is right here.
That's hilarious. But
I'm
yeah,
glad
Spirit
you
of
said.
Health is the place that really opened me up and let me know, hey, Krista, you're not alone. There's other believers who believe in chakras and crystals and
Oh, wow.
and all this stuff just like you do. And it's backed up by the Bible. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they used all kinds of oils and stuff back then.
yeah.
Yep.
Rubbing
Yeah.
feet, rubbing oil on people's
Right.
feet. and stuff.
Herbs and
Yeah.
everything.
Cause we real big on herbs and like holistic like living.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I love my herbs and like spirulina chlorella. Those are the two best herbs. You can
Well, here's the thing about spirulina chlorella. They're not technically herbs. They're algae.
correct me, girl.
So
That's what you really
they're
are.
foods.
but
They're
they're
foods.
but you know, but somebody who ain't used to them will call them herbs.
They would be herbs to them.
Yeah.
But they're
Yeah, I
actual
wouldn't know what you would
foods.
say. It's an algae. What algae?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How are
Yeah.
you using
Like
algae? That pond
seaweed?
scum?
but it's so
Yeah, man.
it's so healthy for you too, though. Like all the like 104 nutrients, I think they say we need. They provide 102 of them. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So, yeah, you should check that out one day. Spirit Health, go out there.
Yeah, I would love to. I will.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll have to write it down. I got not the best memory
Okay.
on planet Earth.
Yeah. Yeah, they're dope.
Yeah.
Spirit of Health, and that's not too far from here. Where do you
No.
guys at? Where do you guys stay?
Raymore.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
Yeah.
too far from.
Yeah.
Nah, not at all.
This was amazing, guys. I appreciate it. I'm gonna give you this moment here if you guys want to pimp anything out and kind of put your podcast or websites or anything
Yeah.
like that out there.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
It's like so I do
That's
things.
just like sign up. There you go. It's all you, the pro. Grace and
So-
Grind.
Yes,
Yeah.
Grace and Grind. You can check us out at graceandgrind.co, not .com, .co, graceandgrind.co. We have a lot of good articles there, amazing writing team. We have a certified life coach on board. We do some really cool videos with her every month, and that's new this year. Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Pinterest, everything that we're on is at Grace and Grind Co. And the podcast can be found at graceandgrind.co as well. You can listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, wherever you listen to podcasts. We're on there. Season 2 drops on February the 12th.
There you go.
Good luck with season 2.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Same
Let's,
to you.
Let's get
Yeah.
out of here.
Well,
All right,
this
man.
is season, 4 for you?
Season
Two.
2.
This season 2?
I'm on, not for any particular reason other than I just took a break.
Yeah.
And then you guys use Anchor.
Yep.
Yeah.
It kind of can mess some of the numbers up sometimes with seasons. So I'm
Yeah.
just starting season 2, so it'll be more. I don't know. Someone says it comes up better that way. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
There
said
you
it's
go.
season 2, episode 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Like Chuck Woolery, 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having us, man. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
It was fun.
Yes.
Bye.